Dele calmado, primo. Dele calmado. Oh, Daddy, my favorite. Take it easy on us, boys. Míralo con su pinche madre. Dele calmado, primo, con el pinche Brasil.
What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I know I haven't uploaded a video in 2 days, but guess what? This video is going to make up for it. I was on this account called Wall Street Apes, at Wall Street Apes on Twitter X, and they have gathered a lot of shocking but very interesting footage of places like Walmart, of construction sites that are completely empty. You have to see this for yourself. I will put in chronological order a lot of the footage I've gotten from this account, but I just want to basically give them their flowers. I will say 98% of the stuff that you're going to see in this video came from this account. So be sure to give them a shout out for that. Follow them because you're going to see more stuff even after today. So let's get started with the whole situation going on at Walmart. So let's start off with this tweet and also video. Walmart, 2 p.m. in Florida. Guys, this is like a cemetery. Like, look at this. Nope, no Latino. No Latino. Basically, this is empty. No Latino. Like, normally this is full of people. No Latinos is a normally very heavy Latino area, according to the poster. We have been lied to about the real number of illegals in America. I bet it's 40 million plus.
Guys, this is like a cemetery. Like, look at this. Nope, no Latino. No Latino. Basically, this is empty. No Latino. This is empty. This is completely empty. There's no people. At least no Latino employees. Okay, let me put this down, but no Latino. What is going on? No Latino. It's like completely a cemetery. What happened here, huh? Let me see. No. No Latino right there. This is crazy. It's just empty. Like, normally this is full of people. What's going on?
This was recorded inside Walmart in Cathy, Texas. I think that's how you say that. This is at 8:30 p.m. and the Walmart closes at 11 p.m. Nobody is here. Seriously, how many illegals are there really in America? This many people are hiding from ICE and Border Patrol? There has to be way more illegals than we're being told. And I can't play the music because, well, I can't play this video on audio because they're playing copyright Mexican music, and I don't want to be hit with a content ID. I really had to redo this entire video because of the content ID from the music. But as you can see, this Walmart is basically empty, and I'm really shocked. Wow, I think we just figured out why Oregon didn't require ID when voting. Portland, Oregon, Walmart being reported by a Mexican immigrant as completely empty because everyone is hiding from ICE immigration raids and Border Patrol. How many illegals are there in blue states? And once again, I can't play the audio to this video because they're playing a popular Mexican band. So we're just looking at the audio. Go around Walmart, just watching how empty it is. And yeah, I don't like, are there no black people in these Walmarts? Well, here you go. For everyone who says the empty Walmart videos might be fake, legal Mexican-American Walmart employee films her store. Quote, "Look how Walmart is, empty without people. Yesterday, not a single Latino came here. They're hiding from ICE." She shows all the empty checkout lines, the empty store, the fully stocked shelves. Okay, this was just a typo. He meant to say there has to be way more illegals in America than even the highest prediction they told us.
Mis amores, aquí rapidito, rapidito. Miren cómo está el Walmart vacío, sin gente. Ayer aquí no vino ni un solo latino. Y aquí sigo, miren. Miren cómo están todas estas cajas que siempre están llenas. Las filas son inmensas. No hay nadie, ni un latino por aquí. Nada.
Walmart, Florida, Wednesday. Guys who put groceries in my car each week verify their pickup service is off the chain with huge food stamp orders to drivers who don't speak English. The black car was screaming at him in Spanish. He said the illegals now order online and get out as soon as possible. Store is not as busy. The meat store verifies the same. Illegals buy carts full of food stamps and demand pickup. The same guy loads my weekly order because I'm a good tipper. He's so frustrated, and the lady was screaming at him, "We need more ice." And here's the first picture she took. And this is the one with the black vehicle screaming at him in Spanish. The extent to which the American worker has been replaced by cheap illegal migrant labor is shocking. This job site employee is reporting only 8 out of 43 workers showed up for work due to immigration checkpoints and raids. This is where all our jobs have gone, to illegal labor. Once again, guys, I can't play the video audio because it has copyright content on it, but this clip here has been viewed over 11.3 million times, okay? 11.3 million views. Wow. American citizen at work says he now gets 40 text messages a day for chicken farm workers because all the chicken farms are empty. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let him speak because, as you can see through the words, he used profane language that I got to edit out. But here he is, okay? Let's listen.
We at work.
At work.
We got a job.
Right.
The ICE department that rounded up all these Hispanics and Latinos, and the chicken plants is empty. Desperate. I get 40 texts a day. How many you got? 40?
Just about.
In the last couple of days, they done rounded their up. They need somebody. They need somebody to come work in these chicken plants, man.
U.S. companies have completely replaced the American workforce with cheap illegal labor. ICE just came. Again, effing immigration tries to show up. Everybody leaves. Not a soul in here. Everybody's out. I bet the real number of illegals in America is 2 to 3 times what they told us.
So what do you get? Immigration tries to show up. Everybody leaves. Not a soul in here. Everybody's out. Man.
Illegal migrants are now filming themselves refusing to open their door for ICE officers and posting to social media. Illegal is refusing entry for ERO, enforcement and removal operation officer. ICE officer has a warrant. Illegal says it's not the one that you need to enter the home. It's a different, so you can't come into the house. These people are in our country illegally. Arrest them and remove them from our country. They should not have rights. ERO officers are responsible for enforcing the nation's immigration laws and ensuring the departure of removal immigrants from the United States. ERO uses its detention and deportation officers to identify, arrest, and remove immigrants who violate U.S. immigration law. ERO officers are part of ICE. Now, what I think before I play this, I believe that they don't have a warrant to go into the home. And they are going to leave because the lawyer says, well, they don't have a no-knock warrant or entry warrant, so they just have an arrest warrant, which is different. And so what they're going to do is probably have somebody stay outside of the place until they go get an entry warrant. So they're just delaying the inevitable. Let's watch.
Okay, make sure you're close.
Come into your house with that.
Administrative process warrant.
It's not signed by a judge. It's not the one that you need to enter the home. It's a different.
By a judge. What's your name?
Officer what?
My name is Jackie. I am not an attorney. I only answer the phone.
Right now, we only want Marco, but if we come in the house, we're going to take everybody's stuff.
But you can't come in the house. You don't have a warrant.
Exactly. What I'm saying is, you're on the phone with you or you're on the phone with our counsel. That's the next step.
Then why were you trying to come in with this warrant? That's not the warrant you need. That's not the warrant you need.
It's not the warrant you need. You can't come into the house with this one.
Listen to what I'm saying. I promise you this.
Correct.
Now, one comes, we're going to take everybody in the house.
Okay, so I need everybody to stay calm. Do not interact with them. Okay, and don't leave the house because they'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Don't leave the house. Okay, so as soon as this is over, come into the office.
Hold on, chimos.
Is there a way to keep the address?
The next tweet. Okay, this is really crazy. This is San Ysidro border crossing. I may not have pronounced that correctly, but I don't care. From San Diego, California into Mexico. This is at 5:30 p.m. rush hour. Anyone will tell you this line is always packed. It can take 3 hours plus easily to cross into Mexico at this time normally. They even sell fast passes. What's happening is normally every day, thousands of cars come from Mexico to illegally work in California and then drive back into Mexico every day. Amazing how California has done absolutely nothing about this for decades. And of course, I can't play the music because you know how it is, copyright. So this is the line. And it's not that long. It's amazing. So, wow. Nobody's trying to come in, by the way. Going out. Little Village, Chicago, Illinois City Council is, quote, handing out information cards to illegals in order to help fearful families feel more prepared. Quote, we want to make sure folks know their rights, a blanket of coverage and care that people desperately need right now. Government officials are personally preparing illegals for ICE. How is this not criminal?
I'm told the man taken into custody by immigration agents had just dropped off his child at school this morning. And Alderman Michael Rodriguez tells me that this entire community here in Little Village is on high alert.
It created a lot of fear in the morning, and we were rapidly responding to it.
Video from someone who did not want to be identified shows a man being detained by ICE agents near 32nd and Kedzie. Alderman Michael Rodriguez says this is the first detainment he knows of in Little Village.
The Colombian government just reported that of the 200 people that were deported, none were criminals and 2 were pregnant women. Now we have a detainee whose child was just dropped off at school. Right after that fact, being detained. This comes after President Trump ramps up his mass deportation efforts, demanding at least 1,800 arrests per day across the country. Those like Baltzar Enriquez says he has been handing out information cards in order to help fearful families feel more prepared.
Some families have opted out from sending their kids to school, and that's taking the children's right to an education.
Rodriguez says he is unaware if the man detained had a criminal record, but his rapid response team is ready to support anyone in need.
People are resilient. We want to make sure folks know their rights. That's a blanket of coverage and care that people will desperately need right now.
ICE agents have said that this surge in operations has led to more than 3,000 arrests nationwide. Alderman Michael Rodriguez says families can call the immigration hotline or his office directly for support.
Help is on the way. Aurora, Colorado. Under Joe Biden, Aurora had illegal Venezuelan gang members taking over apartment complexes. Under Donald Trump, ICE is raiding Aurora and removing illegal invaders. ICE raided VASA Fitness, Aurora, Colorado.
President Trump's promised crackdown on illegal immigration is underway. We get a first-hand look in. President Trump's promised crackdown on illegal immigration is underway. We get a.
Well, I guess that's really short.
First-hand look in. President Trump.
This is where all our American jobs went. Quote, an update on the ICE raids from the perspective of a general contractor. I just had, oh, you know what? Let me just let him say it myself. Why am I reading this? I could just basically have him say it himself.
This is an update on the ICE raids from the perspective of a general contractor. I just had a roofer completely cancel on my job because he is picking up the pieces from all of his other job sites that got raided, and the crews are just gone. So I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and this is a roofer that I've been working with for years. It's a sub, it's labor, and I'm providing materials and working under my roofing license with my supervision. So it's how many of the roofers do it down here. And we were figuring out the final details, and I'm like, hey man, let's get that final number together. And I was kind of trying to figure out because he hadn't sent me the final price yet. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? And he finally wrote me just now, and he said, I have to walk from this job. I cannot physically complete it because I am personally working on a number of roofs that the crews are just gone. So how is this helping us?
How is that effed up? Hire Americans and stop being cheap. You guys have had cheap labor for all these years, maybe even decades. So it helps when you basically hire your own American brothers and sisters. You cheap MFer. Anyway, this is the current situation in Mexico. Thousands of people as far as the eye can see of illegals arriving. They're from Venezuela and all over the world, now starting the process to seek asylum in Mexico. They were coming to America, but Donald Trump canceled their CBP One app appointments. Love this for Mexico. Let's check it out.
Son miles de personas que en este momento están tratando de iniciar el trámite para solicitar asilo en México. Estamos aquí en las oficinas de la Comar, en Naucalpan, Estado de México, hasta donde están llegando miles de personas de diferentes nacionalidades. Muchos de ellos tenían la intención de viajar hacia Estados Unidos a través de la cita del programa CBP One para pedir refugio en aquella nación. Sin embargo, esto no fue posible y ahora tienen como plan B el quedarse en nuestro país. De acuerdo con una cifra...
They're all from Venezuela? I'm going to need some fact-checking on this one, okay? These don't look like Venezuelans to me, but okay, what do I know?
Extraoficial que nos han compartido ciudadanos de Venezuela, que ellos mismos se han organizado aquí para poder ingresar. Tienen ellos un preregistro solo de personas de Venezuela y latinas en general de 8,000 aspirantes a tener el refugio en nuestro país. Vamos a acercarnos un poco hacia donde están ellos. Veíamos ahorita a los haitianos que están a punto de entrar ya a la oficina y de este lado tenemos a los venezolanos, ecuatorianos, colombianos que se están organizando con ese preregistro en donde se anotan para llevar una organización y en los próximos días poder ingresar a estas oficinas para iniciar el trámite y quedarse asilados en nuestro país.
Woo! Today on the Hidalgo Bridge in Texas, which is the international bridge crossing into Mexico, ICE and Border Patrol and deporting illegal migrants from the United States back into Mexico. You may be wondering where all the women and children are. Good question. What a difference a new president makes. CNN made a trip migrant shelter. I think he meant to say CNN made a trip to the migrant shelter. Okay, let me read it the way he intended. CNN made a trip to the migrant shelter in Guatemala City, Mexico. Normally, migrants would say, we're headed to the U.S. Every single migrant would say that. We've met here, no longer has the U.S. as their destination. It seems to be the story that most people are... Wait a minute. Let me just... Once again... Let me just play what he said instead of just basically saying it for him. Here we go.
We're outside a migrant shelter here in Guatemala City. This is one family actually from Colombia. And in years past when you would meet migrants, On their journey, they would say, we're headed to the U.S. All of them had the same destination, the same dream. It's so interesting, though, being here now, the change in really since the last few days or so, since President Trump took office and the CBP-1 app was eliminated, every single migrant we've met here no longer has the U.S. as their destination. This family, for example, from Colombia, they're headed back to Colombia. We met a family from Venezuela. They're now headed, they say, to here in Guatemala, to another place to try to figure out how to make a living. We met another man from Venezuela who's headed to Costa Rica. We met a couple of guys from West Africa. They too are thinking if they can't get into the U.S., they'll try any other Latin American country to claim asylum. It seems to be the story that most people we are meeting no longer have the desire to enter the U.S. because they know the consequences of being deported, and they say for them it's not worth the pain and struggle of trying to go all the way into the United States only to be sent out.
And there you have it, Taters. See, they were never asylum seekers. They were never in trouble in their country. They were never in danger. They were never risked to be unalive there. They just came here to basically mooch off of our tax dollars, off of the benefits that we have that was gathered for our own citizens, for Americans. Okay, and as they see that the well has run dry because Trump is in office, that has stopped. So let me just tell you again that if you want to check this out, if you want to check him out, Wall Street Apes, he's doing this basically every day. I just came across his account and I was like, oh my God, let me collect all these. Listen, I just want you guys to know this is not even all of the footage. I just didn't want to turn this to an hour video. I didn't want to turn this into an hour-long video, but I realized I wanted to make up for, not being here yesterday and the day before yesterday. So I'm going to make it up to you by doing a double video for today and tomorrow. And I should be back on track. So let me know what you think below, okay? They must go back. They must go back, okay? If you agree with me, type "they must go back" in the comments section. Give this video a like, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters!